Hi, I'm Specialist McDonald.
And I'm Specialist Davis.
And welcome to 20 Minutes Underground.
Welcome to 20 Minutes Underground, your online YouTube weekly reptile show for reptile enthusiasts like Woosie's nuts. That's why they're here. This week on 20 Minutes Underground, we're going to look at some venomous reptiles. Venomous reptiles are not for the beginner. They might not even be for the intermediate or the expert. You must remember that having a venomous reptile is like jumping on a trampoline that's missing a bunch of springs. Anything can and will happen. And if you don't know anybody that's had everybody I know that's handled venomous reptiles will have a story about the time they got bit or near bit. And let me tell you, it ain't no joke. For you guys that think you're gonna get bit by a venomous reptile and you're gonna spit on it, rub it, you're gonna go put electrical charge on it and diffuse the venom, no. A venomous reptile bite, especially from a rattlesnake or something like that, will ruin your life. I know guys permanently maimed, injured for life. I myself have taken 3 bites from venomous snakes over the last 30 years of handling them. And I know guys that have taken literally dozens. No joke. If you're one of those little guys watching this thing and thinking you want to handle venomous snakes, make sure you do. Like we at our store, we have venomous reptile training classes, and you have to do the class for 2 years. 2 years of classes before we'll even let you have a venomous snake. Our state's wise about it. But some people go the other way. Nobody should own them. Why would anybody want to own them? You can't touch them, blah, blah, blah. We heard all the stories. You gotta be think-headed. You have a headache, you don't cut your head off. You need to handle a venomous reptile, especially those people that have lions and bears and stuff like that. I don't mess with that bigger stuff, but I don't say that other people shouldn't have it. Anyway, enjoy the show.
Hi there, it's In-Bred Ned. You know what I got? I got a venomous lizard. Let me tell you about this. This is a beaded lizard. This is Heloderma horridum. Now what this is a lizard from Mexico, Southwest US type deal. Very similar like a Gila monster. If you look at the scales on it, it's got very, very rough scales. And look at the tail. It's actually got a prehensile tail. So these guys climb around to hang from the tail.
But they're not tree lizards, are they?
You shut up.
I like it. I think it's kind of cool.
Now what we're doing is we're petting the beaded lizard. Now oftentimes you don't want to pet the beaded lizard unless the beaded lizard was handled and raised properly, because if they bite you, they'll ruin your day, they'll ruin your week. I mean, you'll want to die. Now there's no confirmed deaths from beaded lizard bites, since you know they are considered the venomous there, but they'll ruin your day, ruin your week. You'll be throwing up and just in bad shape. But this particular guy right here was actually a rescue. As you see around the sides of his mouth there, he's got a little bit of discoloration.
Discoloration?
A little bit of discoloration there. See that white? That's from old burn marks right there.
Skunks don't smell.
And he's awesome. He's pretty tame. I mean, they're great animals. Look at the way he's just chilling, holding on. It's kind of like you know, if you get a real nice tame one, kind of like having a venomous bearded dragon, something like that. But I mean, that is cool. Look at that. This thing's only about half grown. They'll get up 30, even 36 inches. I think the record's somewhere around 40 or 42 for a big male. But I mean, that is a gnarly lizard, and to touch them, I mean, that's just cool. That's where they get the name Bead Lizard from. Their scales literally looks like they have beads on the side of them. They're real nice feeling scale pattern to them. And that's just cool, man. Look at that.
Now, what's that hissing that we hear?
That's just a defense mechanism. He's hissing to let you know he's there, and he's you know, he's here. It's supposed to be a threatening posture type deal. You know, they hiss just like any other lizard when they get mad and they want to bite you, or they get mad and they want you to leave them alone. This is a bead lizard. It's a venomous lizard. It's In-Bred Ned. It's In-Bred Ned with a venomous lizard. And like I said, you know, don't go around, run around in Mexico picking these things up, because they ain't nowhere near as nice as this in the wild as they are in captivity. You know, this one was hand raised, and I mean, it's awesome. Look at that. Beaded lizard, Heloderma horridum. Cool animal, really cool animal. All right, now watch this. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Hey guys, this is Beautiful Sam, and my trivia question for this week is, of tiger rat snakes, which one gets the biggest? Is it A, female, B, the male, or C, they're both the same?
Hey guys, are we on? Look what I got. I got something called it's a AKA Camel Spider. Did you see that? This thing is very aggressive. It's called a Solifugid. Solifugid. Wind spider, wind scorpion. They have all different names for this little fat thing, and it just wants to attack me. Look at her. She's a female. She's probably pregnant.
The Soviet Union?
No, Sola Fugid. Fugid of Sola. Look at that. Look at the jaws on that thing. It looks like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Do they try and own you like the Union?
They kill you. They will kill you. Look at this thing. It's a super aggressive animal. Look at that. It will bite you. And I'm telling you, it will bite you. But I love bugs, so I just like to touch it. But I'm not molesting it. I'm showing you how it's supposed to be. It's standing like that because it wants to bite. Fast-moving creature from the south, the Middle East, all the desert regions. It lives on sand. It's just a temporary cup it's in. Actually should be set up in a large enclosure with very deep sand because they like to dig down. Very cool. They like a little moisture too, so I kind of missed her a little bit here and there. But look how mad she is. She wants to bite. Oh yes, she does. She just ate before, so we're not going to feed her again. So, you guys want a weird, bizarre arachnoid? This is it. The Solifugid, aka Camel Spider. I don't like that name. Really cool. Check it out. You guys should buy it. If you're not, I'm going to take it home myself.
My name is Phil Wolf, and this is the Friday Night Venomous Corner. Tonight we're going to be showing you guys how to properly double hook snakes. Double hooking is something that's commonly used with venomous because you don't want to get too close to them. The concept of double hooking is all in the balancing of the snake. Using the right size hooks with the right size snake and having the right amount of balance. Everything refers to equilibrium, okay? Notice how this snake's starting to go forward. I can actually rotate my hook and keep them going. With the right balance, I can keep the snake perfectly still, suspended. Okay? If you notice, the tips of the hooks are pointed up, and the back of the hooks are actually braced against my forearms. Okay? We try and keep the hooks pointed in the same direction, both going in the same direction. If you cross, you can actually get tangled up, and that's not good when you're dealing with venomous snakes. Alright guys, thanks for joining us. That's your Friday Venomous Tip of the Week.
Hey guys, the answer to this week's trivia question is B, male. In the tiger rat snakes, or Spilotes, which is the scientific name, the male gets bigger than the female, which is all.
We're going to show you something now cute and fuzzy because we know a lot of you guys out there like the cute and fuzzies. So we're going to show you something that's small and has hair all over it and is really cute, and kids love them. Open your hand. Kids absolutely love these things. It's a scorpion! Dun, 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 dun. Right, Pete? Dun, 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 dun. Do it again. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Awesome. Your turn. How about Mama? Are you gonna hold one?
Oh, you're not afraid of scorpions. Really?
Does it bite?
You gonna hold it?
Sting?
Come on, do you wanna hold it?
Is it gonna sting me?
She wants to be on 20 Minutes Underground.
It's beautiful.
And
I
you should
love
buy
it.
a lot of them.
And you should buy lots of them.
And my husband's gonna buy me one.
And I hope it does not sting me.
Watch this, watch this. Ready? Turn your hand all the way around. All the way around. Keep going. Keep turning, turn it. Turn, turn, turn. Ah! See that? They don't
Crickets. See, it's eating crickets right now. Too.
I can't believe I'm
It's
doing
a
it.
mouthful of crickets.
Got a mouthful of crickets.
You gonna hold it now? I didn't think so.
I want a small one.
Ew. That's what what's his name used to do. He used to stick.
The first venomous myth is that cobras that spit can only spit if their hood is open. That's a big fallacy. At one time it was believed it was certain species, African, Asian, whatever. It's totally fake. Cobras can definitely spit with their hoods closed. I've actually had them spit on me when they were tucked in a ball, all tiny and cramped, and they just go and let it out. Second myth is that rattlesnakes always rattle before they strike. Totally false. Not a real myth whatsoever. Hundreds of people every year throughout the United States get bit by rattlesnakes when they're just walking along. They don't hear a rattle. Better yet, some of the smaller types like pygmies and stuff like that, their rattles are so small that you can't even hear it, even if it's going. You think it's a sprinkler head or a bug, a grasshopper, a cicada, whatever. And then the actual third myth is that baby venomous or small neonate venomous are more venomous than adults. The myth goes like this, that a baby will actually put more venom in because it cannot control the amount of venom that it distributes with every bite. That part's true. Babies, just like humans, when they learn to walk, they don't walk too well. They kind of stumble, they kind of crawl. Baby snakes do the same thing. When they bite their prey, they typically dump everything they got in the animal because they haven't learned to control the amount of dose. But here's the difference. If you've got a snake that can deliver a whole teaspoon of venom, opposed to a baby that only delivers a couple drops, one dumps its load, it's a lot. The baby dumps its load, it's a couple drops. So in the real ratio of things, yeah, you're gonna get a worse bite if an adult emptied out its venom glands opposed to a baby, but at the same time, a baby can't control it necessarily, so it's gonna dump everything it's got typically on the first bite. Right around a year or so is when they really start to develop those skills, especially in captivity because they're fed the same thing over and over, dead, frozen, thawed rats, live rats, what have you. They can kind of regulate it and make it different. Every species is also different. Certain localities, certain species, certain types of snakes, rattlesnakes, cobras, mambas, kraits, they all administer different types of venom. They all administer different quantities of venom. So the key is take the utmost precaution, don't get bit by either one, and that's it.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Drew here, and this week Moody Booty's out of town. They're up at the Daytona Reptile Expo, so I got a text from him saying I need to pick a couple wieners for this week's contest, so I'm going to pick a couple wieners. Alright, so the first one we got, oh, by the way, you wieners are going to be getting free shipping on anything on your next order. Alright, so Caden Ryan is our first wiener. He said his favorite animal that new animal he's seen come up is the Het for Albino Blue Bar Invisible Bearded Dragon. Now yes, I know Moody Booty is very excited about breeding these animals. There's no ETA on when they're going to be ready, but you can keep checking back if you're interested in them. We have the price set at about $1 million right now, and that might fluctuate depending on how many we get from the first clutch. Okay. Our next wiener, and I'm only picking two wieners, is Julian Ace Puro. He said the coolest new animal he's seen was in Pomona, California, at the the Reptiles Super Show. He said it's called the Tenosaura Defensor. Now, if that is real, that sounds amazing. He said it's electric blue when it's young, and then as it ages, it turns to a mixture of blues, greens, reds, blacks, and whites. So dude, that sounds like an amazing animal. It's awesome to see animals age and to change their color. I know I love when I see the tegus first being born and they've got that green on their head, and I wish they kept that green, but it's so cool to see it in their young stage with that cool green head. That's all the wieners I'm picking for this week. I did want to give a shout out to Cool Dude 19991. We will have more gecko videos. They might not be leopard gecko videos, but we did film some stuff with Ryan Borkin, with some of his other gecko breeding projects, so I guarantee you, you won't be disappointed. You guys have a good week, and and look forward to hopefully seeing Moody Booty back in town next week.
That's 20 minutes underground. Thanks for joining us. Thanks so much for joining us every week and taking your time. I know it's a lot to watch 20 minutes of video, especially from a bunch of knuckleheads like us, so we appreciate you. We thank you so much for the interest you guys show in our families and our friends and our hobby and our lifestyle. Support it. Find out how and do it. This week's question of the week for free crap is, what is the coolest venomous snake you've ever seen? For me, I remember the first time I saw a rhino viper. Man, I thought this thing was the coolest animal I'd ever seen. It was blue. It had horns sticking off its face like this. Its eyes were set down. It looked mean. It just looked like something that said, yeah, come on, get a little closer. And I just saw the fact that there was death right there. If that thing bit you, you know that you are dead. You just knew it by looking at it. Great animal. Great animal. I'll never forget the first time I saw it. And since then I've seen so many venomous snakes. Atheris nichii, one of the most incredible green with black striping. What is the coolest venomous snake you've ever seen? You never forget the first time that you actually see that venomous snake. They have such a different, there's almost a different, I don't use a weird word, but almost a different aura to them. There's something about them that's really special. You could see it in them. You could literally feel it coming off them for sure. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show, and peace.